New at 11 tonight, a local airport shut down.
Plus, dramatic video of an out-of-control truck crash. Eyewitness News begins in 30 seconds.
Choose any road. The 2007 all-wheel drive IS250 from Lexus. Lease it for $399 per month for 36 months with $34.99 due at signing for a limited time at your Lexus dealer.
$3 million on the line. Live Auto Draw next.
This is Eyewitness News, the news leader, with Bill Ritter and Liz Cho, Scott Clark with sports, and Lee Goldberg with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News at 11.
Tonight, an icy, dangerous road sends a car skidding into a home. This as a deep freeze moves in and grips most of our area.
And a horrible day for several planes filled with passengers, many of them children. Hundreds of people forced to wait for hours on the tarmac. Good evening, everyone, at 11 o'clock. I'm Bill Ritter.
And I'm Liz Cho. We have several reports tonight on the deep freeze now settling in after the storm and how that's going to affect the roads and the airports in the morning.
We're going to begin tonight with meteorologist Lee Goldberg. Lee, quite a day today.
Yeah, Bill, Liz, there it goes. The Valentine's Day storm of 2007. It's up over New England right now. It'll be remembered for 12 hours of sleet over New York City and 1 to 2 feet of snow from the Poconos Catskills into New England. Leftover snow showers just about coming to an end. Not an issue for your morning commute, although icy roads will be, and so will the cold. The temperatures are dropping from the 20s into the teens right now. You factor in winds that are 20 to 40 miles an hour, not gusts, but sustained gusty winds will make it feel like below zero through the morning hours. Over to the other computer, wind chills north and west will be below zero when you wake up tomorrow morning. In the city, just about zero on the island, single digits at best. There's a wind chill advisory north and west parts of Sussex County, and also a wind advisory through the early morning hours close to the coast for these gusty winds. It's frigid chill. That's the big story in the wake of this storm and icy roads for your morning commute. We'll look at the 5-day AccuWeather forecast in just a few minutes. Bill?
All right, Lee, we'll see you then. A victim of that ice Lee was talking about, Teterboro Airport in New Jersey. It is shut down tonight after a corporate jet landing but sliding off the runway. The accident happened just after 8 tonight. The plane was moved later to a hangar. 9 passengers plus crew were on board. Fortunately, no one was hurt. The jet inbound from Chicago is registered in Las Vegas. We have been talking about the dangerous driving conditions in our area. Lots of accidents, and one of them tonight in Queens. A car skidding off the road and then crashing into a house. It happened on 14th Avenue in the Whitestone section near the bridge. Nina Pineda is at the scene with the story. Nina?
And Bill, it's just an example of how dangerous of an icy and snowy mix this is. This hill is not that much of a grade, but it is just enough that it sent so many cars slipping and sliding out of control. And then one car just kept going. It wasn't slowed by the yard. It wasn't slowed by the facade of the house. It just didn't slow down. The careening car slid and kept sliding until it almost turned this 2-story wood frame house into a drive-through. 1 minute, the 2 people in the car were navigating this icy, snow-covered parking lot. The next, they were 3/4 of the way inside this woman's living room.
I was in the house and I heard a loud boom, and I went downstairs, and there was a car in my living room with 2 people inside the car. And I tried to tell them to stay in the car, not get out, and I called the police, and the police came, and they got the car out, and luckily I wasn't downstairs at the time that this happened.
Luckily, Zeba Guy was upstairs when she got the unexpected downstairs house guests. The couple was unhurt. They were just shaken up when they lost control, which is something witnesses say dozens of drivers do in the same spot every storm.
I'm a store owner. I've been here 17 years. It's every snowstorm that somebody crashes or jams on the brakes or hits into one another at the bottom.
And police have this house under surveillance because they have plastic over the front, but obviously it was too frigid cold for them to stay here. Again, the couple that was in the car was treated at the scene by EMTs and released. Live in the Whitestone section of Queens, Nina Pineda, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Nina, thank you. Well, if you've tried getting around New York City tonight, you know that it is no easy task. Very few roads are plowed nearly 7 hours after the heaviest snow stopped falling. Why such a slow response? Well, tonight the city admitting that it underestimated the storm. Jim Dolan is in Hell's Kitchen tonight with more. Jim.
Yeah, Liz, and the real trouble from today's storm as a result of that isn't going to happen until tomorrow morning when all of this melts just in time for your morning commute tomorrow. Still, tonight was bad enough. It was chipping and slipping and taking your time on the snow and slush and ice-covered streets of the city tonight. If your car had four-wheel drive, you probably didn't mind much.
Did they do a good job of plowing them, do you think, or no?
Well, the main roads, West End Avenue, Broadway, yeah, I'd say pretty well.
But for the rest,
it's just very slippery and the tires are not gripping on the road at all. You know, you just gotta keep it real slow.
No salt. We're driving very hard, very wet.
But this, well, this was the worst kind of snowstorm.
Sometimes I'd rather try and control a 12-inch snowstorm than try and control a storm where we got a lot of sleet and ice coming down.
So tomorrow's commute might well be worse than anything we saw today. Mass transit will be faster. It'll also be a whole lot safer. Reporting live from Hell's Kitchen, Jim Dolan, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Jim, thank you. And tonight's service is back up and running on the Long Island Railroad after a series of storm-related accidents caused major delays for the commute home. The Ronkonkoma line was shut down when a tractor-trailer went careening into the tracks in Lindenhurst. One person was injured there. Service on the Babylon line was also suspended when fierce winds pulled power lines onto the tracks in Seaford. Those incidents left passengers at Penn Station waiting more than 90 minutes before they were able to get on their trains.
And all this ice and snow taking their toll on the power system in our area. Tonight, the lights are back on for many, but for tens of thousands of others, they are still without electricity. Most of them are in New Jersey, about 53,000 customers. Con Ed is reporting only scattered outages, and about 4,000 people are now without power still on Long Island. Jeff Pagay's in Eatontown, New Jersey, with how people are dealing with the cold and still no power there. Jeffrey?
And Bill, at this hour, about 40,000 customers without power in Monmouth and nearby Ocean County. And here's why. It's really simple. Take a look at this tree branch covered in ice. As a result, look behind me. Trees are falling or bringing down power lines, knocking out electricity. Tonight in Monmouth County, it's lights out for thousands of people. Trees, power lines, just about everything is covered under a sheet of ice, leaving a web of trouble for Jersey Central Power and Light crews to clean up.
It's the ice, the weather.
Here, Mother Nature left behind her calling card, and it's messy. There are widespread power outages, and there is very little residents here can do about it.
What are you going to do? You just got to wait it out.
Sal Severini and his wife Joan
Happy Valentine's Day.
Are waiting it out at home by candlelight. They haven't had electricity for most of the day. To keep warm, they've got the fireplace going and the burners are on. The source of the problem? There's a down power line in their front yard. When the tree limbs began to fall under the weight of the ice, the power line came down too.
It took like 2 hours just to chip out the car and the front steps.
So they know what the utility crews are up against as they work to get power restored to thousands of people who don't have it. And the crews around here are making progress restoring electricity. At one point today, about 80,000 customers were without power. We're live right now in Eatontown, New Jersey. Jeff Pagay's Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Jeff, thank you. And still ahead, a vacation nightmare.
4 JetBlue flights stuck on the tarmac here at JFK, one for more than 9 hours. Eyewitness News takes you on board that plane as frustrated passengers sit helpless.
Plus, a young girl walks out of a school and wanders around the streets of Queens. Find out who the school is blaming tonight. Plus, an out-of-control truck crash caught on tape. We'll have those stories and much more when we return in 60 seconds.
The FBI successfully concluded an investigation to end a breach in the security of the United States.
Inspired by the true story of FBI agent Robert Hansen.
He started spying for the Russians in 1985.
Whose ordinary life hid a terrifying secret.
Why don't we just arrest him?
The director wants him caught in the act.
The breach is chilling.
What if he's smarter than I am?
He's smarter than all of us.
Newsweek calls it a taut cat and mouse thriller.
I need to know if I can trust you.
Breach, rated PG-13, starts Friday.
BMW's xDrive all-wheel drive system reacts in milliseconds for maximum traction, no matter what the road throws at you. Beyond all-wheel drive is xDrive, available on BMW 3 Series and 5 Series. Lease a BMW 328xi for $389 a month, now until February 28th.
The nation's airlines hoping to get back on track tomorrow after today's storm grounded thousands of flights and delayed thousands others. Across the country, more than 2,900 flights were canceled. The weather forcing airports in Boston and Washington to actually briefly shut down. And here in our area, scattered delays are being reported tonight at Newark, LaGuardia, and JFK.
And caught in the middle of all those delays, 4 JetBlue flights and one huge travel nightmare. All were supposed to take off from JFK Airport, including one heading to Cancun filled with passengers. But instead of spending part of today on the beach, they sat on the runway for more than 8 hours. Phil Lipoff spoke with some of those passengers. He's at JFK Airport tonight with their story. Phil.
Liz, it was a messy commute all around for everybody today, but for hundreds of passengers here at JFK, there was a very frustrating story to tell tonight. Stuck on the runway for hours, no way out, and tonight, an airline is apologizing for the mess up.
Go get our luggage at once.
The end of a travel nightmare for these JetBlue passengers supposed to be in Cancun, instead stuck at Kennedy.
Everybody's incredibly tired and frustrated.
134 people, children, even infants, stuck on board flight 751 for more than 9 hours.
It was ridiculous. I mean, it was just sitting there and sitting there.
It was hot. There was no air. They kept having to open the actual plane doors so we could breathe comfortably.
But no one was at all comfortable, except apparently little Fia, who spent some time sleeping on her mom's lap, while others took pictures of crews de-icing the plane, of people stretching their legs, and, well, of themselves just passing the time.
Yeah, it was boring. All we had to do was sit there and watch TV.
But eventually the plane froze over, lost power, no more TV. After hours with little to eat or drink, waste containers full, a trip back to the terminal on a bus, and we meet the only passenger not red with anger.
If they want to fly on Continental and get pillows and get meals, people complain about meals. You know what you're getting onto. You're getting crackers. That's what you flew.
His cup is definitely half full. JetBlue issued a statement to us tonight saying there is no excuse for the way they handled today's situation, and they are offering passengers today stuck on that plane refund on their tickets and also another free ticket anywhere that they fly. Now, while that may sound good to you, it doesn't sound so good to the passengers on the plane. Sitting on the beach in Cancun sipping a cool drink sounds better to them. Live at JFK, Phil Lipoff, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
I bet you they get there too, Phil. Thank you, Phil. You saw Phil with that snow right in his eyes and stuff, tough, right?
Squinting, our reporters are really cold. Just, take it from them. I mean, that's what it's like tomorrow morning and icy roads as well. We'll talk about a frigid forecast into the weekend as Eyewitness News continues.
Okay, also coming up, a kindergartner caught on tape. That's the weather forecast. As we go to the kindergartner caught on tape, wandering after school. There she is, just walking around out of school. Nobody notices. We'll tell you how it happened and why next.
Tomorrow at 11.
Let me ask you. Your business. Well, it's become our business.
The investigator Sarah Wallace goes undercover.
You had 2 separate contracts?
To alert homeowners.
I want to steal from you something or what?
What to watch out for before you close a deal.
I'm definitely glad that you got involved because we was about to be ripped off.
Tomorrow at 11 on Eyewitness News.
On our next show, our first mystery taster of 2007. My God, it's not. Then Greta's here at Busting Beauty Myths. Tomorrow morning at 10.
Hey guys, printer's out of ink.
Just shake it.
Out of ink? Get $3 off your total purchase with any empty ink cartridge from these brands. Staples, that was easy.
Have a great retirement, Tom.
Thank you.
I believe this is yours. We really need to talk now that you're retired. Ignore me, but you need to protect some of your assets. An AXA Equitable Annuity could help turn your 401k into guaranteed income for life. I'd call them. But what do I know? I'm just the 800-pound gorilla in the room.
Want guaranteed income for life? Call your financial advisor and ask for an annuity from AXA Equitable.
Okay, good talk.
With an exhilarating 258 horsepower VTEC engine, an intelligent performance-minded cockpit, double wishbone suspension, and and true surround sound. All you need to do is get in. The TL from Acura.
Now you can lease an Acura TL for $369 a month for 36 months.
What's up, chumps?
I thought we got rid of him.
He's the only one who knows how to fix our computers.
Hey, Steve. Dude, I'm on my break.
Tired of your tech support? Finally, there's a better way. Introducing Stable's Easy Tech. Now get Windows Vista installed free. That was easy.
Laurie Stokes and Steve Bartlestein with all the news. Bill Evans with your AccuWeather forecast. Plus, Metro traffic gets you going first thing in the morning every morning. Watch Eyewitness News this morning, where you're never more than 7 minutes away from weather and traffic right here on ABC 7.
We're really being hit with this nasty 1-2 punch. First the snow, the sleet, the ice, and now the freezing cold temperatures.
When you talk about a prolonged ice storm like that in New York City, I mean 12 hours looking at those observations of ice at one time, you don't see that once maybe 10, 15 years.
I don't remember.
I mean, no, it's tough to get the cold air locked in like that, and that's what we had. Now, of course, a little snow on the backside. All about the cold, though, the next couple of days in the wake of the storm. And when you have all this ice and snow and slush sitting on the side of the road, I mean, it's just going to keep refreezing over the next 2 days. So, outside tonight, we tried to celebrate Valentine's Day the best we could. Happy Valentine's Day. And the Astoria camera shimming back and forth, just shivering in the cold right now as the winds gust over 40 miles per hour. We looked back, and it is the first time in 10 years that we have seen snow on Valentine's Day. It was back in 1997. We saw a little over an inch of snow. Officially, for this storm, it was 2 inches of snow and ice in New York City. The temperature in the park at 11 o'clock is 17. At one point today, just before sunset, we popped up to about 29, and now we're down to 17, and it feels like 1. You see the gusts are near 40 miles per hour, and that will go through the early morning hours. That storm is still strengthening as it goes into northern New England, so its winds on the backside will be gusting for us. Wind chill and wind advisories along the coast, wind advisories back through northwestern New Jersey as well. Snowfall amounts, not the headline with the storm, but the crunchy 2 inches of snow and ice in the city. You have to go up to central Orange County to get the 6-inch amounts, and then where it was really a huge snowstorm, Poconos, Catskills into Albany, into New England, reports of up to 2 feet of snowfall there. So you see the storm track, how it hugged the coast a little bit, and we got into that prolonged icing. Now the wraparound snow showers that move out and clear sky over much of Pennsylvania. You wake up to mostly sunny skies, but the sun does little to no work tomorrow. We feel like 0 much of the day. You see the air that's coming down here, 13 Syracuse, 7 Toronto, and 8 in Albany. Bitter up there as well. So wind chills overnight, and when you wake up are below 0 north and west, around 0 in the city. The wind chill advisory over northwest New Jersey. You see the numbers tonight, single digits to about 14 in the park, 14 Newark, and 16 in Islip, and mid-20s feeling like single digits all afternoon long, despite the fact that we have sunshine. Here's my AccuWeather forecast. Mostly clear, icy areas, especially secondary roads as we go through tomorrow morning. We'll go up to 24, bitter chill with a wind chill of 5. More of the same tomorrow night. It's really Thursday and Friday that are bitterly cold. And here's the 5-day AccuWeather forecast. As we go into the weekend, there's a slight warm-up. I can see a few snow showers coming in on Saturday night and Sunday. It looks like there's a storm that forms over the ocean. But seeing that 5, there's a lot of wind. Thursday and Friday windy, Monday's windy 25, and as we've been talking about, after the 23rd is when we warm into the 40s, another week or so.
Bring on the 23rd.
Yeah, happy
Cannot
Valentine's
wait.
Day, huh?
You too. Thanks, Lee.
All right.
Well, tonight, parents of a 6-year-old kindergarten student are demanding answers from their daughter's school. The girl recently walked out of her classroom, out of the school, down several streets before ending up at a supermarket. And none of her teachers ever noticed. Here's Art McFarland.
6-year-old Milana Monfort was enrolled in an after-school program at PS 138 in Rosedale until last Wednesday, the day she was allowed to walk out of the building alone.
I was shocked. This is the last thing I would have expected to happen at that school or at the after-school program.
And so, undetected by anyone supervising the after-school program, Milana simply grabbed her coat and left the building.
I was going home.
She first stopped by her house more than 2 blocks away. The door was locked. Both parents were at work. Then she made her way to Brookville Park, some 6 blocks away, after crossing the very busy Brookville Avenue.
I swung on the swing for a little while, and then I went to the bathroom.
Milana decided it might be a good idea to stop by this local supermarket where her family shops for groceries. Store surveillance tape supplied to the family by a sympathetic store manager shows Milana in her light blue coat walking into the store.
I went to keep food. Then I realized I didn't have any money.
She then left the store and walked directly into the street outside with cars going past seconds after she crossed.
Quite frankly, I don't see how any parent bringing their child to a school, to this school in particular, and if others have similar procedures set up, can feel comfortable that their child will be safe.
She finally made it back toward the school where she was spotted outside by a staff member. The school principal, Nichelle Manning-Andrews, told Eyewitness News that steps have been taken to prevent any future wandering children.
Administrators of the school did not seem to be aware that she was even missing.
In the meantime, Alana's family is looking for a new school. In Rosedale, Queens, Art McFarland, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Wow. What if it were your kid? Coming up next, a new warning about the type of drugs teens are now abusing. But first, let's take a look at tonight's winning New York lottery numbers.
And for those of you holding New Jersey tickets, here are your winning lottery numbers. And now tonight's live drawing of Lotto and Take 5. Good luck.
Good evening, I'm Sarah Pingle. Welcome to the live Lotto and Take 5 drawings for Wednesday, February 14th, being observed by an auditor from KPMG. The Lotto numbers to win or share a jackpot of $3 million are 26, 7, 20, 32, 43, 19, and bonus number 49, making tonight's winning Lotto numbers 26, 7, 20, 32, 43, 19, and bonus number 49. Now for tonight's Take 5 drawing. Friday's Mega Millions jackpot is $130 million. Tonight's winning Take 5 numbers are 6, 20, 26, 16, and 30, making tonight's winning Take 5 results 6, 20, 26, 16, and 30. Congratulations to all of our winners. Thank you and good luck.
Closed captioning provided by your Lexus dealers.
Consider Wendy's Mozzarella Lovers Bacon Cheeseburger a trophy burger. A juicy, fresh trophy burger. It's for you, for your triumph over the frozen phonies. Hickory smoked bacon, mozzarella cheese sauce, fresh, not frozen beef, made when you order it. So bravo, Mozzarella Lovers Bacon Cheeseburger champ. Take a bow and take a bite. Because you strive higher to do what tastes right.
This Friday, Bridge to Terabithia is the first must-see film of 2007. 4 stars. It's an incredible, heartwarming adventure, unlike anything you have ever seen. Bridge to Terabithia. Rated PG. Friday.
Everyone is fabulous. The Barney's Warehouse sale, 50 to 75% off regular prices. Starts tomorrow, February 15th, 255 West 17th Street.
We've been America's best-selling truck for 30 straight years now. Guess we should celebrate. Nah, we got work to do. With best-in-class payload and towing, Ford trucks are built Ford tough. Now get an F-150 Super Cab XLT 4x4 for just $249 a month for 36 months. See your local Ford dealer today.
The sultry Eva Mendes. She's hot. Plus, it's the group your kids are talking about. High Five, next live.
Watch live tomorrow morning at 9.
Started as a fender bender in suburban Cincinnati. It nearly turned deadly. This video is from a camera inside a police cruiser. The officer was out of the car taking an accident report. Yow! FedEx tractor trailer slamming into the cruiser, sandwiching a third vehicle in between. Miraculously, no one was killed. Well, to politics now, presidential politics, and yet another unofficial announcement tonight from Rudy Giuliani about his expected candidacy for the Republican nomination for president next year. Tonight, the former New York mayor telling talk show host Larry King that he is running.
You have to say to yourself, is this something that I can do?
And for a kid from Brooklyn, sometimes you wake up in the morning and say, gee, is this really happening? And then sometimes you wake up and say, I can do this.
I suspect he thinks he can do it. Giuliani also spoke tonight about being pro-choice, which will not win him any votes from conservatives, and about the benefits of removing Saddam Hussein from power.
A disturbing report out tonight about teenagers and prescription drug abuse. The White House drug czar claims drug use among teens is either holding steady or increasing and warns parents to keep track of their prescription drugs. According to the report, young people are swiping drugs from the family medicine cabinet, and that includes painkillers like Vicodin and OxyContin. If they don't find the drugs at home, the study claims many teens are buying them on the internet.
They call them pitchers and catchers because that's what they do, and they show up early for spring training. Scott Clark is with them in Tampa.
Indeed. Well, we do have baseball and a bunch more tonight. Coming up, Andy Pettitte is back at the Hotel Yankees, where you can check out anytime you want, but you can never really leave. Plus, the Knicks go for another win out west. Next.
Get to the line as well.
What is this?
Garbage.
No, these are our bills. How can you just toss out our bills?
I got people.
Play the Toss Out Your Bills instant win game at H&R Block. You could win $10,000 to pay off your bills or one of thousands of other instant cash prizes.
That woman has given her whole life in service to her people.
She was born to rule a world of tradition.
Duty first, self second. That's all I've ever known.
Nothing prepared her for a world of change.
Something's happened. There's been a shift in values.
The LA Daily News calls The Queen the best picture of the year. Winner British Academy Film Award for Best Picture. And now it's nominated for 6 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. The Queen, rated PG-13, now playing everywhere.
It's time to take advantage of Raymore and Flanigan's most powerful mattress offer on our new Sealy Premium mattress sets. Stop in and shop our sleep center for the area's largest selection of Sealy and Stearns and Foster mattresses. Choose this premium Posturepedic sleep set available in firm, plush, or pillow top for only $569. With next day mattress delivery, set up an old mattress removal from Raymore and Flanigan, your Sealy Posturepedic headquarters.
So did you two kids pick your 5 yet?
Yeah, I chose Sarah, Beth, Crystal, Jackie, and Jenny.
That's funny. I chose Sarah, Beth, Crystal, Jackie, and Jenny. Your friends are hot.
Are you gonna do anything?
Maybe you should have uglier friends.
Who's in your Fave 5? Introducing My Faves for families. Each person gets unlimited calls to any 5 people, any number, even landlines. T-Mobile. Stick together.
There's 7 passengers. Then there's 7 passengers, 1 picnic basket, 2 boogie boards, 3 beach chairs, and Kirby the Crab. The all-new Mazda CX-9 crossover SUV with more cargo space than Toyota Highlander and Honda Pilot. There's 7 passengers their way. Then there's 7 passengers the Zoom Zoom way. Get a 2007 Mazda CX-9 all-wheel drive Sport with this special introductory $349 a month lease for 48 months with $19.99 to at lease signing.
What is this?
Garbage.
No, these are our bills. How can you just toss out our bills?
I got people.
Play the Toss Out Your Bills instant win game at H&R Block. You could win $10,000 to pay off your bills or one of thousands of other instant cash prizes.
You're watching Eyewitness News, now in high definition.
Scotty, we love that line about the Hotel Yankee and Andy Pettitte.
It's like the Hotel of California, folks. Hey, the Yankees pitchers and catchers set to hit the field for the first time tomorrow, but some of them couldn't wait until tomorrow, including the comeback kid.
It's strange, but again, I don't know. It feels like I never left, really.
He is no youngster anymore, but Andy Pettitte has come back to the Yankees after pitching with the Houston Astros for the past 3 seasons. And the 34-year-old Pettitte comes ready to lead.
Building relationships with the other guys on the team that I don't know, and let them know I'm here and I'm ready to go to battle with them, you know, and ready to try to do this.
There's going to be no transition in that, you know. It's just 2 years you pitch against National League hitters. Now you got to come back and you got to pitch against American League hitters. That's the only thing that's different.
Now here's another leader ready for another championship run. Mariano Rivera has been baseball's best closer for the past decade, but 2007 marks the final year of Mo's contract. He wants an extension now, and although Rivera and the Yankees are talking baseball on good terms, there are no contract negotiations.
And when you have a great player
The Yankees are always going to be interested, and when you have a player who wants to be a Yankee, yeah, it's a great recipe.
So it appears that there will be no contract talks with Rivera until the season is over, when Mo becomes a free agent. Will there still be a home team advantage at that point?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I said, it will be fair to everybody. You know what I mean? The Yankees had their shot. And, you know, if they don't do it, well, we move on.
And there you go. And we move on to the NBA tonight. The Knicks still out west for their final game before the All-Star break, taking on Golden State tonight. Do you think Stephon Marbury was hyped up for this one tonight? Well, Steven Jackson showed some bounce in his step. 16 first quarter points for him. Right now, the Knicks trail the Warriors 56-34 in the second quarter. Now, the Nets are without Jason Kidd through the All-Star break with those back spasms, and without their leader, the team took on Toronto tonight, where the Raptors really feeling the Valentine's Day love. We'll take it to the final seconds of the third quarter. Andrea Bargnani nails a three at the buzzer. Raptors up 7 into the fourth. And Chris Bosh led a balanced Raptors attack. Toronto stretches its lead to 4.5 games over the Nets with a 120-109 win. In Boston tonight, they love their basketball. And how fitting that on Valentine's Day, they won for the first time in 19 games, beating Milwaukee behind Paul Pierce, who poured in a game-high 32 points. Boston finally wins, and wins big, the final 117-97. In college basketball, Manhattan's game at Marist was postponed due to the weather. And Bobby Gonzalez and Seton Hall had their chances at UConn, but after missing his first 8 shots, Jerome Dyson came back and scored 22. He led the Huskies to a 67-55 win in Stores. And we have hockey tonight, too. Yep, the Devils hosting the Canadiens at the Meadowlands. And there, it's no way to act at Cupid's big day. Cam Jansen and Garth Murray exchanged blows for 2 minutes straight. As for the game, well, the Devils won that, too. Brian Rafalski scored twice to pace the Devils to a 5-2 win. That's it for sports. I'm Scott Clark. We'll see you tomorrow from spring training, folks.
All right, Scotty, thanks a lot. We'll see you tomorrow. And we'll be right back.
Tonight's Sports Report, sponsored by Lexus.
Choose any road. The 2007 all-wheel drive IS250 from Lexus. Lease it for $399 per month for 36 months with $34.99 due at signing. For a limited time at your Lexus dealer.
At ShopRite, you'll find great value down every aisle, from terrific weekly savings to the freshest produce.
This week, an 8-pack of Markel paper towels or 12-pack of Markel bath tissue, $3.99 with your card.
Always fresh and always for less. ShopRite.
Imagine you could reshape a weak heart and avoid the need for a transplant. Imagine if your heart ever stopped beating, it would automatically restart. Imagine you could see into the heart without ever going inside. We imagined all these and more. Now we've made them a reality. The Montefiore Einstein Heart Center. Advanced care, visionary thinking.
The Andersons just got this titanium HD beauty. The Romeros, this tricked out setup. All this high-tech stuff, and you're gonna hook it up to cable? Why? With Verizon Fios, TVs deliver incredibly lifelike picture, and computers get juiced with lightning speed thanks to America's top-rated internet service. Plus, now you can get it all for under $95 a month. Call today, because hooking up any of this to cable is a waste. Phone, broadband, TV, Verizon.
I'm Pete. I've had nice bosses, mean bosses, short bosses, tall bosses, she bosses, he bosses, they bosses, serious bosses, nervous bosses, and one kind of funny boss. Now I'm the boss, and my plan is to keep the boss happy.
The freedom to do what you love is no small achievement, and we can help you get there. Fidelity is helping more people manage their retirement than any other company. Smart move.
And just a final reminder tonight, as this deep freeze moves into our area, tune into Eyewitness News tomorrow beginning at 5 a.m. for the latest on all of the road problems, airline delays, and the school closing. Also, you can also get Updates 24 hours a day on our website, 7online.com. It has been a busy snow day. Thanks for joining us. I'm Liz Chappell.
And I'm Bill Witter. Again, Eyewitness News returns tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. with Steve Bartlestein and Lori Stokes. Thank you for watching today. Have a safe drive in the morning. See you tomorrow.